I'm gonna start every single video with some kind of dumb stuff that I do. Probably. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about the books that I'm no longer excited about. And yeah, we're changing locations because it's a really gloomy, rainy day and I have no lights in the space that I've been filming before, so hey, new location! I accumulated all of these books going thrift shopping. I love thrift shopping. I think getting books for like $1–2 is the best thing you can ever do if you love books. It's so cheap, and even though a lot of people do not agree with thrifting books, they're like, oh, you have to like support the author and pay full price for the book. I agree with this statement, but at the same time, the books I'm thrifting, they're the books I've never heard of, the authors I've never read from, so I would like to support them fully if I appreciate and love the book. So there's a thing about me. I do not unhaul books unless I give them a fair try, a fair attempt to read them and like them. But at the same time, I understand that I don't have all the time in the world to read the books I'm not excited about. And all of these books I bought because I was very excited at the moment, but now looking at them, they do not grab my attention anymore. Like, these are the books I'm not reaching for years already, so all the people that I know would just unhold the books and just get rid of them and whatever. But I feel it's not fair. Like, I spend my money, yes, those like $1 or $2, I spend that money and I wanna at least try to enjoy the book. And the second reason why I'm willing to spend some time and give these books a fair try is because I need some audiobooks. And I have so many of these books that I thrifted I'm not excited about, and I just want to shorten my TBR a lot. And again, I cannot just unhaul them. I should give them a fair try. At the same time, I've just got a huge book haul from Barnes & Noble. If you haven't seen that video, I will list it down below. And I'm just excited about those books. I want to pick up those books. And also, I drive to work for 30 minutes just one way, so it's an hour a day that I can spend, you know, reading the books, listening to the books. And, you know, it's not too much, but I feel like it's enough if I constantly do that to get through some books. And that will be a productive use of time. And look at me being really productive. So without further ado, I know it was a long introduction, I'm sorry. Let's just talk about my pile of shame, and I'll tell you about the books I know nothing about. Alright, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, I have 10 books that I picked up that I want to get through this year. If I go through all of them, this is gonna be amazing. If I don't, well, it's okay. The rule is, though, if I don't get to them this year, I must unhaul them. Breaking my own rules. Let's start with the first book that I already actually read, and that's the physics book of Deliverance Day by Catherine Ho. It was totally a cover by, and because there's no synopsis in the book whatsoever, and it's supposed to be about the witches and witchcraft, and I already did a wrap-up about this book. If you want to hear more, I'll link it down below as well. I gave this book just 3 stars. It was okay. I'm glad I listened to it, I'm glad I finished it and know what the story is about, but I'm also glad that I didn't read it physically, because this book would not catch my attention for more than like probably 50 to 70 pages. This is an amazing proof of why I need to do this kind of unhaul. It was a cool story. I learned a lot about Salem's Panic, Salem witches, and just witchcraft and what they were doing, how they were judged. I'm pretty sure a majority of this book is based on true experience, if not true story. And it was an okay read. That's that. Okay, the next book, spoilers, I already tried to get into, and it's the Bone Collection. There are 4 novellas. There's Bones in Her Pocket, Swamp Bones, Bones on Ice, and First Bones. A lot of bones. With the Bone Collection by Kathy Rice, I got very used. You can see like there's a cracked spine. This book's been read many times and loved probably, and it attracted my attention because of the X-ray of the skull. I got this book back in Arizona, means 3 years ago now, and there was a dog park, and then nearby the dog park there was like a book box which you can like grab the book if you put a book in there. It's a pretty cool concept. I didn't put anything in there though, because I didn't have any books. I just wanted to get some books, and I got this along with another book, and that I'm gonna be mentioning. And I just thought, hey, that would be a cool like mystery thriller that's based on the anthropologist investigator. It's pretty cool, right? And so I already attempted to read or listen to Bones in Her Pocket, and spoiler, I DNF'd it. I really didn't like the book. It was so gross and disgusting. I figured if I cannot even focus for 80 pages of the book on her short novella, I probably would not even like her full-size novels. So this is like, it's one of the try and one of the fails, and I'm glad that I gave it an attempt, but I'm not glad that I dragged this book with me to 3 different states, and in the end I will unhaul it for sure. Okay, the next one is another short story collection by the author. I don't know what I was thinking about. It's Shots Fired by CJ Box. I think it's mystery thriller and western genres mixed together. I think that's what this guy looks like. Sorry if anyone likes CJ Box. I was actually really interested in reading something by this author, and I thought, oh, short stories will be perfect, you know, middle ground that I can start with. And I haven't yet started reading this book, but I'm really excited what it's about, and maybe it's my new favorite author. Who knows? So the next book is so ridiculous, and I have no idea why I decided to pick it up. It's The Great Trouble, A Mystery of London, The Blue Death and a Boy Called Eel by Deborah Hopkinson. It looks like it's a middle grade mystery, which is interesting, and I've never read anything like this. I don't know why I picked it up. Me in 2017, I was just like picking up anything I could find. Again, I will find it as an audiobook and I will enjoy it that way, because I don't think this will captivate my attention for long. I'm not being negative, I'm just being honest, and I don't know what else to say about it. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so the next book that I already started listening to this morning is The Buddha in the Attic by Julie Otsuka. I actually so far really like this book. It's the shortest one out of all, so it's gonna be a very short read. So far I like this. Okay, so this book is about these women who were placed on the ship to be brought to America so they can marry their husbands. And so far we follow them through their hardships on the ship and what they experienced and felt, and also a chapter of how they spend their first married night together. I really like that this book doesn't follow just one person's perspective. It's always a we were on a ship, we were eating, we, you know, met this guy, and it was really nice. It feels like this book is a voice of many women and the struggles they've been going through, and I like it so far. I'm really glad I picked it up as an audiobook, and it's brilliant. I like it. I haven't finished that. I'm only like probably 50 pages in, but I love it. And every thrift bookshop that I go to, I see this book there. And so I actually have 2 copies of the same book. It's The People of the Book by Geraldine Brooks, I believe. I couldn't understand for the life of me what this picture was until like today I looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's a butterfly wing. I thought it was some kind of eye. Okay, I'm done. Scratch that. Yeah, I have no idea what this book is about. Really interested. Let me read really quick. So it looks like this book follows a woman who was offered a job to analyze and conserve books from the Bosnian War. It looks like it's supposed to be a beautiful, wonderful, thought-provoking book, but I just have no interest in picking it up, and I never seen anyone reading it on BookTube. I own 2 copies. Can you imagine? What a stupid thing. Okay, we have 4 books left. Lost in the Good Book by Jasper Forte. Honestly, I love the cover, I love the title. This book's title is what I want in my life. I want to be lost in the good book. Is it a story about somebody being lost in a good book, or am I gonna be lost in a good book? I don't know. But even though it doesn't look that big, it's actually almost 400 pages. I just have no interest in picking it up. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about. Anyway, if you read this book, please let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. Okay, so the next book is The Keeper of Lost Causes by Jussi Alder Olsen. Another book that looked like it could be something potentially interesting to me. So it looks like it's another mystery thriller, which is awesome. I love mystery thrillers. It says that it's a New York Times bestseller, but I've never heard or seen anyone talk about this book or read it. For the mystery thriller to be talked about, it's supposed to be so well crafted, I feel like The Gun Girl, it's something was so unusual and unique. And maybe this one didn't really hit it there, but I'm hopeful if you want to read it with me. I'm not sure when it's gonna happen, probably somewhere in fall. Maybe that will be a good time to read this book. Okay, the last mystery thriller that I picked up is Raven Black by Anne Cleeves. It says it's a thriller right there. I honestly saw this Duncan Lorre Winner Award and I was like, it has an award, so it must be good, right? So this book looks like it could be like a YA mystery thriller. I don't know. If you would like to read this one with me, be my guest. Let's see what it's all about. Like, why would you read brand new mystery thrillers that everyone is raving about on BookTube? Read the unknown ones that nobody cares. With me. Awesome. Okay, the last book that we're gonna be talking about is another unknown mystery thriller, I feel like. It's called Ordinary Grace by William Ken Kruger. Or Kruger. You tell me. So this one is about the boy named Frank, and death visited his family many times, and it was a really great summer for him. It was accident, nature, suicide, and murder, and so it is an unforgettable novel about discovering the terrible price of wisdom and enduring grace of God. Interesting. Okay, I take my words back. So maybe it's not like an average mystery thriller that we used to read, and something maybe more poetic, spiritual, and hard-hitting, which is really nice. I am here for it. Okay, my dudes, that's all the books that I'm planning on listening as an audiobooks this year and deciding their fate and giving them this last chance, because every book deserves a chance to be read and not just, you know, sit on the shelf and been thrown away or donated. So I encourage you guys to go to your bookshelves right now and pick up some books that you may no longer be interested in and still give them a chance by reading them or listening to them as an audiobook. So if you're interested in reading any of them, please let me know what you thought. Maybe commenting down below which of them you think I should listen next. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye!